我是 Ethan Nielsen， 中文名陈志豪。我是一个美国人，8年多在中国。现在我是一个厨师，我有一个餐厅在渝北。还有我是一个外教，在四川外语大学英语学院，我们一会儿去上课。
How's everybody been recently? How was your Qingming holiday, right? You guys had a 3-day long holiday. Did anybody do some traveling, go with your family, go to some other cities, play with your friends, anything like that?
My grandfather was a university professor back in America, and most of my family were also teachers either in high schools or universities as well. So it's a family tradition to be a teacher, and working at Sisu is basically a dream come true. It's one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best universities to work at in Chongqing, perhaps in China, perhaps even in the world. I think I'm quite fortunate with my work at Sisu because my students are all first-year students. So they've just finished high school and come to university for the first time. Most of them are very young and eager to learn and eager to try new things. And many of them have not interacted very much with foreigners or foreign teachers. So that also means that they have a lot of energy and enthusiasm in my class. When I first came to Chongqing, it was the biggest city I'd ever lived in, bigger than New York City in America or really almost any city in America. And I was quite impressed at that time. And since then, it's only gotten bigger and more developed. I remember when I first came here, there was only 4 lines in the metro system, and now there's more than 10. It seems like they open a new line in the metro system almost every year. And I think that's a good example of just how fast and how much the city is growing and expanding and thriving. I love that the city is not flat and boring, but rather everywhere is twisting, winding paths and climbing up and down stairs and up and down mountains. I think it makes it a very unique place. I've also had a love of spicy food for almost my entire life, so living in Chongqing is very attractive to me in that way because I love the local food. But many foreigners find it difficult to live in Chongqing for those reasons. But for me, I feel like it's my home away from home or my second hometown. The first time I tried Chongqing hot pot was the first day I arrived in China. I had it for lunch after I was picked up from the airport. And actually, at that time, I had a love of spicy food, but I had never tried huajiao before. And I actually thought I was dying because I couldn't feel my throat. Everything was numb. But after I learned what it was, we simply don't have that flavor in America. We don't have that ingredient. But after I learned what it was and learned how well the ma la, the 2 flavors pair with each other very well, I'm addicted. Cooking has been my passion for my whole life. I grew up cooking, and when I came to China, I cooked every day, and it just seemed like the natural thing to do to open a restaurant and share the real American food culture, real American recipes, and just real food with Chinese people. But when they come here, though, some of the food is different from what they expect from other American restaurants because they expect, KFC or Pizza Hut or something like that. But they can see us in the kitchen every day making all the food handmade, and we explain every detail of every ingredient, every process, every flavor, exactly why it is the way it is, and everyone's very satisfied. In China, most Chinese people think that American food is just hamburgers and KFC. In America, most people think that Chinese food is just fang bian mian and chao fan. They don't know about the other Chinese food, and Chinese people don't know about the other American foods. So if you go to America, you should cook the real Chinese food for Americans. And myself as an American in China, I should cook the real American food for you guys. These days, I'm quite settled down in Chongqing. I have a house in Yubei, I have a business, a restaurant in Yubei, and I have a very stable career here at the university. So I don't think there will be many big changes in my life for now. I'll probably keep doing what I'm doing now for the next 10 years or even 20 years. I've been to about half of China's provinces, maybe about 10 or 15, and I plan to visit them all someday.